So I was on the train home from school today, and I saw this like old lady like standing beside the train, and she was like, her back was like this, like her back was like horizontal. So I was like, dang, I kind of feel bad for her. And then I was like, okay, what should I do right now? And then I remembered this morning I saw another old lady carrying two heavy bags, and I was like, should I help her? Should I not help her? Should I help her? Should I? And then she left, and I didn't see her ever again. So this morning I told myself, like, okay, when I see someone to help, I'm not gonna hesitate. And then I saw the old lady after school today, and I was like, dang, I can't hesitate now because I promised myself. So I was like, should I like tap her on the shoulder or something? So I was like, okay, whatever. So I tap her on the shoulder, and she was like, she doesn't feel it. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll like, bro, listen to me. And she looks over like, and I'm like, okay, so now what do I say? And I was like, do you want me to help with one of those bags? Because that looks pretty heavy and your back looks pretty broken to me. I didn't say that. I was like, oh, you want some help? You want to help me to help you? And before I even finished my sentence, she was like, no, no, nah, no, no, no. I've spoken like Cantonese, right? And she spoke in English. And I don't know how she knows I speak English, but she said no, like actually no. And she was like an old lady. She was Chinese old lady. I don't know how she knows how to speak English. She said no, nuh-uh. And then for some reason, I was just like in shock. I was like, wow. I really expected her to be like, oh, yes, please, how kind of you. She was like, nah. I'm pretty sure she thought I was going to steal whatever was in her bags. It looked like toilet paper or something. But anyway, I was kind of in shock. And for some reason, I don't know why, okay. I was kind of, ooh, nice bracelet, chick. I was kind of like embarrassed. And I don't know why, because I shouldn't have been embarrassed. And as I was walking out of the train, I was like pretending to use my phone, like, whatever, like in case someone saw. But I found it really strange that my first reaction to being rejected by an old lady to help her like carry her bags was embarrassment. That was pretty interesting. And it really got me thinking, like, how many, I don't know, like, just why? Why is my natural inclination to be embarrassed about something that I would be proud of, you know? Like, if I saw someone doing that, I'd be like, oh, wow, what a kind person. Wow, I want to be more like that guy. But then for some reason, I got embarrassed. And it almost made me want to like, oh, next time I see someone in need, I'm not going to ask them at all because they probably don't want my help or blah, 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 and just overthink, right? And then I caught myself. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm just doing the thing again where I overthink about everything. Like, I remember times where I did help old ladies and they were happy, and other times where they just straight up yelled at me. And I think it took me, okay, random side story, but it took me back to a time where I was a kid and I got lost and I couldn't find my parents at the playground. So I was panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my life forever. I'm going to just live at this playground. I need to eat the berries off the bushes in this playground. I'm going to die here and everything. Like, oh, my life is ruined. Couldn't find my parents. So in my panic, I was a little kid. I went up to this random old guy, like, please, can I use your phone to call my parents? And he just like screamed at me like, no, nah. And for some reason, that just shocked me as a kid because I'm like, wow, I guess I'm living here forever then because I can't call my parents. And this old guy won't even like let me finish my sentence. But I feel like that really brought me back to that time when I was a kid. And I was like, okay, wow, I'm never asking for help ever again. Screw that old lady, whatever. But that's obviously not what I should have been thinking. And oh my gosh, this is so like, you can see like my brain is just, I'm an overthinker. Do you like my new poster, by the way? It's pretty cool. And my new bracelet. And my sunglasses. But anyway, next time I see an old lady, not going to hesitate because I'm going to keep that promise that I made to myself. But yeah, it just really got me thinking how many natural reactions that I have to things that happen in my life, right? Like, your life is not what happens, it's what you think about what happens, if you really think about it. Because you can't, most of the suffering that we face happens in our mind. It's not physical. You're not getting tortured, right? But you're torturing yourself mentally. So it's basically the same thing. And we're always worried about the future, about the past, and we keep replaying those moments over and over in our heads. Or we're worried about the future and we're suffering before it's actually here. Like, we're like, oh my gosh, I'm not looking forward to that. And you feel physical, like you feel the pain before it actually like hits you. So a man who suffers before necessary suffers twice. A man who suffers after necessary suffers twice. And so many things in our lives, I feel like we just naturally react to without even thinking. And we're just like these, right? We just overthink about everything. And we don't even realize how our reactions impact us so much. Because we can like have irrational emotional reactions to things that just make us view the world in such a different way when we don't even realize it's like irrational. Like when someone, I don't know, your math teacher yells at you or something and you don't realize she's just having a bad day and you take it personally. From now on, every time you walk in that math classroom or you look at your math teacher, you hate them when they were just having a bad day. And you don't even realize you subconsciously did that. You're not thinking, wow, this person got mad at me and yelled at me once. Now I hate their entire existence. That's not what you're thinking. But that is what you're thinking if you really think about it. So I feel like we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to others to be aware of like the reactions that we have to others. I'm going to take this off. I can't take myself seriously. Like the reactions that we have to things, right? I think that's really important because your life is not what happens to you. It's what you think happens to you. Get after it.